Hi there. Welcome to this Interpoint series of really incredible trainings and tips by all of our expert authors on going within and learning to live a better life. I'm really jazzed that we're here today with Brad Colwell, one of my favorite people in the world. Um, he's going to talk about how to get your fire started and give you really three tips. So my name is Michael Harris, and let's get started. So Brad, real briefly, your mom used to call you a fireball when you were like 3 years old or something. What's that about?
Well, I was running around like a little maniac, and a lot of kids do, but I seem to have continued that all day and all night when I'm eating my dinner, just head in the soup kind of thing, like full tilt until it was over. So I started young. That's been my biggest fire in my life, and I
Yeah.
feel like I got to share that with people.
Yeah. Cool. Now, I know throughout your life you've ridden motorcycles, you teach yoga, you've done all sorts of different things. One of your specialties is really helping people get unstuck. So, what can somebody do briefly to really get unstuck?
Well, I think that there's a key of us as humans is to have someone be there for you as an accountable person, a friend, a lover, and etc. You got to be able to understand that when people are feeling down or low or depressed or whatever words you want to use, you understand that it's like, well, you have to help them out. How can you help them out? Well, I would say that the top of the result is if you can get them a yoga class, we know that we're going to feel fantastic. Now, they might be never taken class, so it might be let's go for a walk or let's go for a hike or let's do, but really being accountable for people that are feeling like they're down, because doing something with somebody else really brings the energy and it gets them unstuck. I feel like getting people really involved with each other really helps a lot.
Cool. So another question I have is, and this is a question that we all get within ourselves sometimes, is life happening to me or for me? So for the listeners out there, what thoughts do you have about that?
Well, I understood that for a long time because, it's easy to blame everything else that's happening. Why is this happening to me? Why, bad luck or whatever it is, and this has happened. But as soon as you start turning around in your own mind that it's all happening for you as lessons to grow, and unfortunately, it's tough and it hurts, and maybe you're in periods for a while like that. But I really feel like this is really helping you grow. So instead of thinking, oh, this is always happening to me, like, and you hear those people blaming all the time. And when you turn it around and you say, oh, this is happening for me to grow, to become better and bigger and stronger, then that concept starts to change things in your mind and your life starts to change as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. So if somebody feels stuck, they feel like some life is happening to them, how do they shift and make a change perhaps for getting unstuck?
Yeah, well, reaching out to people that are going to be able to help you out. And this is why I think it was really great to hear this word, having someone accountable that you can count on, that to get, let's go for a walk, let's do these things that are going to get me unstuck. And now that's really hard when you're feeling low or not motivated, but usually we all have friends of some sort, family members, etc., that if you reach out to them, hey, let's go for, can we do something, or on the other side of it, if you're feeling it from somebody, this is your time to step up to get their fire started. And it just takes simple stuff by exercising, moving, walking, all of them, and then
Yeah.
at the top of the chain, I'll always say, take the yoga
Yeah.
class.
Yeah. Okay. I got a fourth question for you
All
today.
right.
So we used to meet up in Vancouver quite a bit. I would run up there. You had this incredible studio up there. And we used to go to this really incredible sushi restaurant, actually more than once, and more than one restaurant. I believe it was Tojo's.
It is
Was it the
Tojo's.
Tojo's? What is your favorite sushi?
Uh, Hmm, good question. I think I never used to love smoked salmon, but
Mm,
somehow Tojo's mastered it. I mean, he's truly a master. I've learned so
yeah,
much from him. And and the vice versa. He became my student. So he used to
yeah,
come to class and so we used to go back and forth. So I used, and come into, and he used to do triangle and then make some sushi. So it was always funny. I think that his smoked salmon is, I mean, he always has something he's the top chef. So, but that really changed my attitude and feeling about fish, is his smoked salmon
Well,
specifically.
I just remember, I don't know how long ago, 15, 20 years ago, a long time ago, we went to Tojo's and it was like 10 o'clock at night and he brought this plate of sushi out and, you know, no chopsticks. You eat it with your hands.
Yep.
I don't even think he let us have soy sauce.
No.
Just like eat,
Yeah.
and he just kept bringing us these plates, this
Yeah.
incredible sushi.
He's the guy. And I had to
Yeah.
learn a lot of things like that without eating with chopsticks and forks and knives and stuff. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay. So it was my turning curve, wash your hands well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Love it.
Brad, thank you again for being here. Thank you for your three tips on, really how to get the fire started. So to speak. You've been somebody that's had fire in their life ever since you were a little kid. I've
Yep.
appreciated our friendship over the years, and it's just really great that you're here and that you're part of this book within. If you're listening to this and you haven't got this book, get this book right now. #1 bestseller in yoga, meditation, and alternative therapies. Brad's essay is on page 108. And guess what the name is, listeners? How to Get the Fire Started. So go in there, read it, read the other stories too. And I know you will feel motivated. So just go to the link in the description below here at innerpoint.com, become a member, listening to Brad's more in depth discussion on what we talked about here today. I don't think we'll talk about the sushi in the other one, but talking about how to really get unstuck in your life and really how to get your fire going. So that's it. Thank you again, Brad, for being
Thank
here.
you, Michael.
And thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
listeners. And again, be sure to get a copy of the book.